So I just got out of the Batman, and it might be the single greatest comic book movie I have ever seen.
Fear is a tool.
From a filmmaking standpoint, it is. Every shot is meticulous. Every shot is beautiful. The set is crafted in a way where it's gothic. Like Wayne Manor is like extremely gothic. Gotham, amazing. It's every shot. Like there's that shot in the trailer of him like at the window, and like the FOV, like the point, like field of view is just Batman. It's like that a lot. It's great. It's hard to talk about without spoiling, but Robert Pattinson is the definitive Batman. He is the definitive Batman. Zoe Kravitz kills it. John Turturro is in it more than I thought. And he's playing an Italian, obviously, Carmine Falcone. But it's like, there was one point where I was like, oh, it sounds like House of Gucci in terms of like Jared Leto House of Gucci, where he sounds like Mario at one point, and it really took me out of it. Gordon working with Batman is great. Seeing more of a detective element here is phenomenal. It's what I've always wanted. But you also get those fights, and it's like Arkham. It's amazing. Colin Farrell's Penguin kills it, steals it easily. He was the funniest dude. It was great. See, it's tough. Paul Dano as the Riddler kills it. He was eating that scenery, eating it. I don't know. It's so beautiful. The only complaint I have is there's one point where it feels overly long. It's like towards the end as you're building towards that final battle. But other than that, it's paced so well. I didn't feel it being 3 hours. The bat suit is, at first I wasn't used to it, but then once it like keeps going, and a lot of this movie is just him in the bat suit. It's like 90% Batman and like 10% Bruce Wayne, maybe. I actually forgot that Batman was played by Robert Pattinson. Every time I saw him, I was just like, oh, it's Batman. What else? There's one scene in particular that I want to talk about that doesn't spoil anything because it was released. It's when Gordon and Batman are talking, and it's the scene where he punches him. They do this thing where Gordon keeps turning his head and getting closer to Batman as they're talking, and he's like violently whispering at him. It was really funny. What else? There's a lot here. And I don't really want to spoil anything for anybody, so this is probably going to be a short one. But if we talk about cinematography and shot composition, I hope this elevates the genre, because I'm sick of these grays. I'm sick of these color. We need color. I'm sick of these gray Marvel movies. Give me more of this. Give me more experimenting with the camera and what you see in the lens. You know, we need a little bit more of that. This movie like delivers. This is like a day one buy 4K steelbook. It's that good. Everyone's been saying like 5 out of 5 on Twitter, you know, with their like the reviews and stuff where they post their articles. I believe it. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 too if I did a rating thing. I just come on here and I talk for a little bit. So there will be a spoiler one because I have a lot to say. This was just quick thoughts. One more thing I want to mention. Robert Pattinson understands the silence of Batman. He's just standing there giving looks. He's doing so much work with his eyes here. It's crazy. I have a lot more to say, but give me a few days to process, and we will be back with a spoiler. So, see you guys soon.